Welcome back to the Beauty Body Balance Podcast. Hi, I'm Dr. Erin Lucie with Luminate Clinic. Today, I want to introduce you to somebody very special to the Luminate Clinic family. She is the heart behind our organization and helps us stay on track. She has lots of expertise in skin health and acne. And I want to introduce you to our manager, licensed esthetician, and her name is Emmaline.
Hi.
Welcome, Emmaline. We call her Em.
Yes, please call me Em. Don't call me Emmaline unless you're mad at me. Only my mother calls me that.
Okay, we're going to call her Em. But everybody asks, why is it just Em?
Yeah, because it's easier.
It's easier. So her name is Em. She is our manager. She's an esthetician.
I am.
And her passion is with skin health, transformations, and acne.
Yes.
So kind of tell everybody about how you came to Luminate.
Okay. So I got my aesthetics license in 2022, and then it took forever to find a job. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to find a job as an esthetician in Tulsa. There's so many of us and not a lot of places to work. I knew that I wanted to clear acne. That's how I decided to become an esthetician, was because I got acne as an adult. And I went down all these rabbit holes and watched a million videos and listened to a million dermatologists, cosmetic chemists, other estheticians talking about acne. And then when I moved to Tulsa, I found an esthetician here who helped clear my acne. And I would be on the table getting treatments and just be geeking out about skincare.
All the things.
Yeah. And she said, I think that you might want to be an esthetician. And coming from her, I admired her so much. I was like, maybe I should look into that. So I did it. Took forever to find a job after. Saw you post that you were looking for an esthetician. Came and interviewed with you. Got a second interview, which was the hands-on portion. And that's where I think you were like, she's not ready.
She didn't get hired.
I did not get hired. Which was the right choice. And we hired our lead esthetician, Serena, who's fantastic. That was a very good move.
Yeah. So the reason that I hired Em is because she had this incredible resume, which we will talk about kind of her background. But at the moment that we were hiring an esthetician, I needed to have somebody that kind of knew everything and had already used lasers and had their hands on skin, which is a different approach to the way I hire other people. When we hire an injector, I like them to have no training whatsoever, and I want to teach them exactly what I do. But skin health is a little bit different. So the esthetician we ended up hiring came from dermatology, and she's incredible, and you'll meet her later. But at the time, I saw Em, and I don't know if you can say you fall in love with somebody or just have like this, I don't know, spirit animal or whatever it's called. But I told my husband, I was like, I want to hire this girl, but she doesn't have any experience, and this is what I know that we need.
And she gave me the worst dermaplane of my life.
Yeah. It was really disappointing. I walked out of the room and all the girls were like, how was it? How was it? And I was like, it was terrible.
So bad.
It was terrible. I can't hire her. I want to hire her and I can't.
I hadn't touched a face or done a dermaplane in 2 years at this point. I was so nervous. I was like, this is going to be the guillotine for me getting this job.
And it was.
And it was.
But at this point, we did not have a manager, and I was doing everything. And I had told my husband, I was like, I need help, and I don't know what it is, but I need somebody and I need help. And he was like, well, what about that other girl that you wanted to hire? And I was like, I know, what do I do? And so it's hard going from a small clinic of just yourself to hiring all of these employees. And it's like, do you need a manager? I can do it, but I can't do it. And you can't do it all. And what does a manager do? And do they help with front desk? So it's like building this whole new role because we were growing as a clinic, and I realized all these were like growing pains. So I reached out to Em, and I was like, okay, I want to hire you, but I don't know if I can afford you, and I don't know what your role is going to be. But she's been very gracious and patient and just helping us evolve the clinic really with organization. And I mean, this podcast wouldn't happen today if it wasn't for her. So that's kind of where her role started.
Yeah. I had no idea that you wanted me to be the manager. When you hired me, all you said, like you just said, was, I don't know what I need. I just need somebody who can do everything. And I was working at a restaurant. I was really burnt out and miserable. Honestly, I was like heading into a pit of despair and depression, I would say. Like, I'm not being dramatic. We can laugh about it now. But it was such a godsend, honestly. And even though you were like, I can only have you 3 days a week, keep your restaurant job, it didn't take long for us to get to a place where I could be full-time. And I remember mentioning to you that I thought we maybe needed a manager just because I saw you doing so many things that I don't think the owner of a business and a doctor should be doing. And I didn't have myself in mind when I mentioned it to you. I just was like, we need one. So then I was really surprised, happily surprised, when like 2 weeks later you were like, so do you want to be the manager?
Yeah.
So it's been fun. I like having variety. It's cool.
One of the things in your background I thought was really interesting was that you worked in car shows.
Oh, yes.
And we were just talking about how we have to talk to so many people. Mm-hmm. It's part of our like jobs is that we have to talk to so many people all the time and have conversations and provide reassurance to them and hand holding. And that is a big part of what we do is a lot of hand holding and talking and reassurance and just being able to have a personality that can talk to people, because some people don't like to talk to people. And sometimes, like me, I have to turn it on, I have to turn it off. Mm-hmm. So kind of tell me about your history in sales and being able to talk to people, like how that has related to this.
Yeah, it's been really helpful, that experience. I was in the auto show circuit for like 4 years on and off. So I would travel the country and go to different auto shows and talk on a microphone about cars, like a little Vanna White situation. My mom would call me like her little Vanna White. And then in between presenting the vehicles, people just come up to you and you just like talk about them. And I'm not a car girl. I was never into cars, but you learn to be into them, especially when other people are getting excited. So I was like, if I can sell people on cars and get them excited about cars, I can do the same thing with skin, because it's something that I actually love. So it's been really helpful in that way. And also, yeah, I'm an extrovert. So I'm thriving off of the social interaction that we have with our patients all day. It's like the best thing about what we do is like getting a peek into their lives. And like, I love when they tell us something and then like a month later come back and we're like, how was your wedding? Or how was this thing that was going on? Or how's your horrible mother-in-law? Or whatever they decided to gossip with us about. And it's so fun. It's like we get all these built-in friends.
Mm-hmm. That is something when we do our consultations. One of the questions that we ask is, why are you here? What's happening? And because typically there's going to be some sort of trigger that makes the patient come in or make the phone call. I'm ready to get rid of this brown spot. I'm ready to get rid of these lines or acne or whatever it is. There's some trigger that happens in order for them to like make that phone call or make that appointment for a consultation.
Yeah.
You know, and it is nice knowing exactly why they're coming in.
Yeah, I like to know what the motivation is and the timeline and like the level of commitment, because we can really work with anybody's timeline and budget and wants and needs. So it's helpful when they come in and they're just honest with us about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that I love about Em is that she is always happy with our girls and coaching them.
They do such a good job.
They do such a good job. And I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast before, but we have a team meeting every morning. And I think this kind of makes our patients feel better if they knew about it, that we go over every single chart together, like a morning rounds. And so even if I haven't seen a patient in like, I don't know, a couple weeks, couple months, everybody is looking at their chart together and we know what's going on with all the patients. So Em really heads that up and enforces that. I've always tried to do that on my own, but it's hard. So now she actually enforces that rule and we meet every single morning and go over all the patients' charts so everybody knows what's going on. So it really is like a team effort to make sure that things run smoothly and patients or clients get to stay on their treatment path.
Yeah, they get better results because we are it's just that like little extra like level of commitment that we have to them, that we're all collaborating and talking about, because they see all of us. Like nobody just belongs to one provider here. So it's extremely helpful in the mornings to be able to talk about their last appointment, what was said, what happened, and tailor things along the way. I think is what makes our patient care special.
Yeah.
You know,
I always like it when our patients come in early and they're like, what are you talking about? Because you're having a meeting together.
We're talking
and we're
about
like,
you.
we're talking about you right now. Everybody is.
Yeah. Don't be nervous.
Don't be nervous. We're talking about you.
Yeah.
It definitely keeps everybody on track so they get better results.
Yeah. And the girls do such a good job. It's easy to manage our team. Everybody cares so much about their patients that it would make it hard for them to be bad at their job, you know?
Yeah.
So they make it easy.
Good.
I love them.
So after I told you no, why did you decide to come back when I said yes? When it was our timing to say yes?
Well,
Because that was kind of sad.
yeah.
A sad experience, I think.
Yeah, I mean, rejection from a job, especially something that you're like desperate to get into. Like I knew that skin was going to be my long-term career, and I was so ready to start. So it was disheartening when you didn't hire me, but I understood why. And
I felt really bad about it.
it's okay.
I did feel bad.
It all worked out. It
did
always
all work
does.
out.
Always does. But I loved you. I did feel like we connected on a personal level where I was like, I feel like this is somebody that I would be friends with in real life, but also who is so far ahead of me career-wise that like I need a mentor. This person would be a mentor I would be lucky to have. Oh. We're not going to cry on the podcast today.
Okay,
we already agreed. But I was still ready for an opportunity, and I wasn't in a position to be, and I also just wouldn't be outside of my personality to be like proud and be like, she already said no to me, so now no. But I knew you had something really special here too. And I honestly never thought I was going to get into medical aesthetics. I thought I was going to be doing acne and like holistic stuff and like fluffy, like relaxing facials. I didn't think I was going to get the opportunity to work with like lasers and do all the advanced treatments that we do here. And I definitely didn't know that I would be in a place of leadership, you know? So, but I saw where you were in your business, and I knew that there would be like all kinds of opportunity for me there. And I was just grateful to take whatever I could get. So even when you could only hire me part-time, I knew that this was a place that I wanted to be. I don't know, it was a God thing. He just was like, that's right, do that. And I always do what that guy says.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite thing about working here?
The patients, they're so special. And the girls and you.
Oh,
and Micah, obviously.
Yeah.
We have a family here. Like everybody says that about work. Like, oh, we're a family, but we really are. Maybe it's proximity in our little dollhouse. And also we're really small team, but it's fun. I also love the variety that I have here. I love that I get to be like patient a leader care. And also do patient care and be like your right-hand woman. Probably, I love our patients. I love patient care. But being your right-hand woman, nothing can top that.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not crying.
That's a stressful job. That's a stressful job with all my ideas that happen.
It's great. I love being able to help you move them along, like the podcast.
Good.
Yeah.
Me too. I love it too.
I hope so. I work really hard.
She does work hard. Well, if this episode has resonated with you, M's story and her kind of journey through acne, we are going to have another episode on acne and an episode on lasers and how we combine lasers. Definitely like and share this episode with your friends so you can learn more about her. And thank you for being here at the Beauty Body Balance podcast.
Wait, can I plug my Instagram?
Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram at skin.by.emmaline. We'll put it in the caption.